stop right now and try to hear me not with your ears, but with every cell of your body. Because what I'm about to share is not another motivational speech. This is about the deepest transformation you are capable of experiencing in your life. And it begins with a truth most people spend their entire lives running from. On the path to becoming who you are meant to be, you are completely, absolutely, and magnificently alone. And this is not a curse. It is your greatest gift. At this very moment, while you're reading these lines, millions of people around the world are waiting. They're waiting for someone to save them, waiting for the right moment, waiting for permission, waiting for determination to knock on their door like a courier. But here's the truth. Determination is not sold in stores. It doesn't arrive at your home with free delivery and a polite smile. Do you want to understand the difference between those who truly change their lives and those who talk about change for years? Those who act rather than analyze have mastered one fundamental principle. The person you become is entirely your responsibility. And this responsibility is not a burden. It is the key to freedom. I've spent years studying human behavior, watching thousands of people try to change their lives, and I discovered something unexpected. Those who manage to rebuild themselves don't have special genes. They don't have secret connections, huge capital, perfect childhoods, or fairy tale conditions. They have something far more powerful. They have accepted full responsibility for their transformation. Think about it. Every day, you make about 35,000 decisions. From the moment you open your eyes until the moment you fall asleep, you are constantly choosing. You choose what to think about. You choose what to focus on. You choose your attitude toward yourself. You choose how to interpret everything that happens to you. You choose your reactions, your behavior, your energy, your mood, and ultimately, your destiny. But here's where most people make a mistake. They believe these decisions happen on their own, instead of realizing that they are the ones making them. They become unconscious participants in their own lives, acting on autopilot, repeating the same patterns, making the same decisions, getting the same results, and then wondering why nothing changes. I'm here to wake you up from that state, to remind you of what you already know but have forgotten. You're not a victim of circumstances. You are the creator of your experience. The first thing you must understand about rebuilding yourself is this. You'll have to learn to feel comfortable in discomfort. Most people avoid discomfort like a disease, but discomfort is the currency of growth. Every time you feel uneasy, your nervous system is signaling. You are entering new territory. Your brain says, this doesn't feel familiar. And it is exactly in the unfamiliar that growth happens. The brain is designed to keep you safe, not successful. Its job is survival, not thriving. So when you begin to change, it will resist. It will offer you excuses, fears, seemingly logical reasons. Anything to pull you back to the familiar. This is not a flaw. It is a survival mechanism that helped our ancestors avoid danger. But today, the most dangerous predator is often your own thinking. When I talk about rebuilding yourself alone, I don't mean isolating yourself from people. I mean letting go of the search for external approval, motivation, permission, and answers that can only come from within you. You must build a relationship with yourself strong enough to become your own best friend, mentor, coach, and ally. Most people's relationship with themselves is far from healthy. They speak to themselves in ways they would never allow anyone to speak to someone they love. They make promises to themselves and break them immediately. They set goals and then sabotage their own progress. They know what they need to do to improve their life, and they don't do it. And then they wonder why they've stopped trusting themselves. Trust is something you must earn, even with yourself. Every time you keep a promise you made to yourself, you deposit into your trust account. Every time you break it, you withdraw from it. Most people live with a negative balance, which is why they don't believe in their ability to change. But here's the good news. You can start replenishing this account right now with small steps. Drink the amount of water you promised yourself. Take a 5-minute walk if you plan to. Read 1 page. It may seem insignificant, but this is the foundation of self-respect. Self-respect is not an innate quality. It is built through action. And when you begin to respect yourself through consistent behavior, something important happens. You start to see yourself as someone who keeps their word, finishes what they start, and is capable of handling serious challenges and achieving big goals. The process of rebuilding yourself requires deep awareness of your inner dialogue. Right now, there's a voice in your head commenting on these words. It can agree, argue, analyze, evaluate. This voice never goes silent, and for many people it is far from supportive. But here is what matters. That voice is not you. You're the one who hears it. You are the observer, not the thoughts themselves. Realizing this gives you tremendous power. You begin to choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let go of, like clouds passing by. Most people are controlled by their thoughts instead of controlling them. They believe every inner statement, even if it's destructive. You're not capable, you're not good enough, you will fail. The mind can be compared to a garden. If you don't consciously cultivate what you want to grow, weeds will appear on their own. Negative thoughts and limiting beliefs are weeds. They require no care. Supportive thoughts and confidence are flowers. They need attention and nurturing. This is why rebuilding yourself is inner work. You cannot change the outer world without changing the inner one. You cannot create a new life with old thinking. You must rewrite your internal programming, thought by thought, belief by belief, choice by choice. Imagine you are the CEO of your own life. You are responsible for every department: health, mindset, finances, relationships, career, growth. If one department fails, a good leader doesn't look for excuses. He analyzes, identifies the cause, builds a plan, and acts. But in their own lives, people often behave differently. They ignore problems until they become critical, repeat the same mistakes, fail to invest in their development, and blame external circumstances. But once you begin treating yourself as a project worthy of investment, everything changes. You start asking different questions. Not, why is this happening to me? But what can I learn from this? Not, why am I not successful? But what skills do I need to develop? Not, why isn't anything working? But which of my actions are producing these results? Quality questions lead to quality answers. Answers lead to action, and action leads to results. It's a simple formula, but not an easy one. It's easier to stay where you are and wait. But that's not why you're here. You're ready to work. You are ready to take responsibility for your life. You are ready to stop being a passenger and become a driver. And that decision is the beginning of everything. When you decide to rebuild yourself, you acknowledge, I'm not obligated to remain who I used to be. You say, my past does not define my future. You recognize your ability to change, grow, evolve, and become who you were always capable of being. But there is one important thing people rarely talk about. This path requires letting go of the parts of yourself you've long identified with. You may have to abandon the story, I'm not a morning person, if discipline requires early wake UPS. You may have to release the belief, I'm bad with money, if financial freedom is part of your vision. You may have to part with the idea, I'm a shy person, if your goals require voice and visibility. The stories we tell about ourselves are not facts. They are beliefs repeated so many times that they start to feel like truth. But beliefs can be changed, stories can be rewritten, and identity can be updated. The only question is whether you are willing to let go of the familiar version of yourself to make room for the person you are becoming. This is where most people get stuck. They want a different life without changing themselves. They want new results while keeping the same habits, the same mindset, the same actions and reactions. But transformation doesn't work that way. You cannot make a breakthrough without breaking something. And most often, what must be broken is the old version of yourself. It's important to understand. The person you are becoming already exists within you. This is not someone you need to create from scratch. This is someone you need to reveal. Imagine a sculptor and a block of marble. The sculpture is already hidden inside the stone. The sculptor's task is to remove everything unnecessary. Your task is to remove everything that is not you. Every limiting belief that doesn't serve you, remove it. Every habit that pulls you backward, remove it. Every relationship that drains your energy, remove it. Every mental pattern that diminishes you, remove it. And for this, you need radical honesty with yourself. Look at yourself and acknowledge not only your strengths, but also your weaknesses. Not to judge yourself, but to understand and work through them. Be willing to see where you lied to yourself, where you made excuses, where you took the role of a victim when you could have influenced the situation. Honesty is the foundation of transformation. You cannot change what you are not willing to acknowledge. You cannot improve what you are not willing to measure. You cannot heal what you are not willing to face. And you cannot become who you are capable of being while pretending to be someone else. The beauty of honesty is that it immediately puts you ahead of most people who continue living in denial. Many prefer to remain in familiar dysfunction rather than face the discomfort of honest self-assessment. But that is not you. You are ready to face the truth, even if at first it feels uncomfortable. And it's important to remember, truth may hurt at the beginning, but then it sets you free. The temporary discomfort of acknowledging reality is nothing compared to the constant discomfort of staying the same. When you develop the courage to be honest with yourself, the next step is discipline, acting in alignment with that honesty. Awareness without action is just entertainment. Understanding without application is the illusion of intelligence. You can realize many things, but if you don't turn them into consistent actions, nothing will change. Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It is about loving yourself so deeply that you choose what is best for you, even when you don't feel like it. It is about clearly understanding who you are becoming and being willing to pay the necessary price. Many believe discipline restricts them, but in reality, it liberates. Discipline with time gives you more time for what matters. Discipline with finances gives you more freedom. Discipline with health gives you more energy. Discipline with thoughts gives you more clarity and peace. Rebuilding yourself begins with small daily actions that seem insignificant at first, but create powerful results over time. It's the bed you make in the morning, the glass of water before coffee, the phone put away during work, the consistent sleep schedule. It's the workout even when you don't want to. It's the food that supports your body rather than just satisfies cravings. Every time you choose discipline over the easy path, you rewire yourself for success. You prove to yourself that you can finish what you start. You strengthen self-control, which will serve you in every area of life. But discipline alone is not enough. You also need a clear and inspiring vision, an understanding of who you are becoming and why. Without vision, discipline becomes a heavy obligation. Without vision, you simply perform actions without inner meaning. Your vision must be stronger than your current circumstances, problems, and fears. It must pull you forward even when everything around you pulls you back. And this is not about vague desires like, I want to be successful. It's about a clear, detailed, emotionally rich picture of your life. What does your ideal day look like? What do you do? How do you spend your time? What are your relationships like? How do you feel physically? What contribution do you make? The brighter and more specific this vision is, the more power it has to carry you through difficulties. When you face obstacles, and you will, your vision becomes the compass that guides you through the hard phases. But vision alone is not enough. You must develop emotional maturity to handle the feelings that arise during change. You will inevitably face fear, doubt, disappointment, loneliness, and overwhelm. These are not problems, they are part of the path. The difference between those who change their lives and those who give up is not the absence of difficult emotions. It's that some keep moving forward despite them. Emotional intelligence is the ability to feel emotions without becoming their hostage, to acknowledge fear and act anyway, to notice doubt and keep going, to stay in discomfort knowing it is temporary and necessary. Most people seek instant relief. They eat to numb stress, spend money, avoid difficult tasks, abandon what they started. But maturity is the ability to endure difficult states and continue moving. This is one of the key skills, acting regardless of how you feel. If you wait for motivation, you may wait forever. If you wait for confidence, you may never begin. If you wait to feel ready, readiness will never come. Action creates motivation. Confidence comes through experience. Readiness forms in the process. And this leads to an important point. You must become your own source of motivation. External sources are unreliable. Other people have their own concerns and priorities. Circumstances change, but you always remain with yourself. This is why it's essential to learn to support yourself, to build internal standards that don't depend on others' opinions, to value your own view of yourself more than the opinions around you, to notice and acknowledge your progress even when no one else sees it, to lift yourself during difficult periods and help yourself rise after setbacks. This may feel like loneliness, but in reality, it is the foundation of healthy relationships. When you don't need constant external support, you begin to build relationships from abundance, not from need. You must also be prepared for the fact that not everyone will understand you. As you grow, not everyone will support you. Some will try to pull you back to your old self because your growth triggers their own discomfort. Some will doubt you, criticize you, diminish your efforts. But this is not about you. It is a reflection of their limitations. You must develop the ability to stay true to your path even when others don't understand. To be willing to stand out, to be different, to move forward while others look for excuses. Sometimes this means temporary solitude, but it is in that space that real growth happens.